She disappeared without a trace on a cruise. This is the unsolved disappearance of Amy Lynn Bradley. In March 1998, the Bradley family, Ron and Eva and their adult kids Amy, 23, and her brother Brad went on a fun-filled cruise on the Caribbean Rhapsody of the Seas. It took off in Puerto Rico, and the voyage would take them to Aruba and many other beautiful destinations. 4 days into the trip, Amy and Brad went out to the ship's nightclub for the evening for some fun as their parents went back to sleep in their room. On March 24th, morning came, and Amy's dad awoke at 5:30 a.m. to see Amy sleeping on a lounge chair on the deck of the family's stateroom. But when he looked back at 6 a.m., Amy was gone. He noticed that her cigarettes and lighter were missing, so they thought she went out for a smoke, but Amy didn't take her shoes, so they assumed she didn't go far. But minutes turned to hours, and Amy was nowhere to be found. The family was growing extremely concerned as they searched every common area on the ship. With 2,000 passengers on the ship, I'm sure this was very overwhelming. Did she fall overboard off the deck? Amy was a trained lifeguard, and the ship wasn't far from shore, so this theory did not seem likely. The evening before, Amy's brother Brad said that his sister wanted to stay behind and talk to one of the club's band members, Yellow, aka Alistair Douglas. They are seen here dancing that night. He said Yellow and the ship's crew were giving Amy a lot of attention. Brad returned to the cabin at 3:35 a.m., where Amy followed 5 minutes later. The two sat and talked on the suite's balcony before he went to sleep. It's obvious that Amy made it back to the room, but then what happened? Adding to the Bradleys' nightmare, the ship's officials refused to page Amy over the PA system as they didn't want to upset the other guests. They didn't search any of the staff or passenger cabins. They also refused to keep the ship at sea. They docked at their next stop in Curacao, and the family feared that Bradley's kidnappers would have ample opportunity to escape. At one of their dinners, Amy's dad remembers one of the waiters asking for Amy's name and showing a lot of interest in her. Amy said the crew gave her the creeps. Another bizarre detail, the family had photographs taken on the ship. The guests could come back and pick up their pictures later, but oddly enough, Amy's photo was missing. A witness said that she saw Amy with Yellow the morning she disappeared, but Yellow denies this. The Bradley family has searched everywhere for Amy, and there have been countless sightings of Amy lookalikes throughout the years. But to this day, Amy has never been found, and 23 years later, her case remains unsolved. This case has haunted people for years. What are your thoughts?